Let's do some Nintendo news. So for
Yes.
starters, so by the time people hear this, it will have been too late for you to redeem your Nintendo points to register for Piranha Plant in Smash. But if you did that already, you should be getting a code at some point, Spence. I know you're still waiting for yours to play as Piranha Plant in Smash. Now, I played as Piranha Plant a little bit today. So when you get a chance, hopefully within the next week, we'll be able to follow up on this, and I'll have spent more time with it, and you'll also be able to touch it a bit. Really weird character is sort of the kind of only thing I can really say about it. His up special is fantastic because it spins his leaves like a little helicopter, and he just like shoots up into the air. But you can also control the direction that he goes, so you can start going straight up and then like turn in midair. So it kind of gives you like really weird movement options, and also like if you go to shoot for somebody like that's above you, but then they like air dodge to the side, you can try to like correct
You
a
can
little bit,
readjust.
try to get them.
That's
And
pretty
then,
cool.
his neutral special, he like shoots at a. I'm still trying to figure this all the applications out for this one, but he like shoots like a spike ball up into the air, and he can also like at it to have it like go off in a different direction. So like it's kind of like if you're like above somebody, I've been able to like shoot it down towards other people.
Right.
And then he can like the down special, he like goes into his pipe and then shoots out like straight up in the air or off to the sides, if you can like tilt them over. And then the side specials are like you can inhale and like hold poison gas and then exhale, to like sort of trap your enemies for a minute. Or sort of it. I feel like that's best used not just for damaging them, but also like to trap them so that you can then do one of your other moves.
Set up a combo, yeah.
So yeah, so weird character.
Yes.
So we talked about Piranha Plant. So there's some rumors that Nintendo plans on releasing a smaller version of the Switch sometime this year. And
yes.
So this is something that's been like speculated on for a while that they would do that. But this new report comes from a Japanese magazine, I believe. What's the name of it? Nikkei? I'm not sure what kind of site this is. This is in Japanese. And but apparently they are planning to release something during this fiscal year, so sometime between April 1st, 2019 and March 31st, 2020, which is pretty non-committal as far as making that kind of, plan goes.
Right.
But I don't know. I guess I sort of expected them to like discount the current model of Switch and do like a Switch Pro instead.
Right. But instead they're making like a Switch Mini.
Right. Possibly. I mean, again, this is sort of unsubstantiated.
All rumors.
But this isn't just like, I think this is probably the first time we've actually heard from like a source saying, hey, we're hearing Nintendo is doing this and they're planning on doing it this year. Before that, it was just like, this makes sense for them to do. They're probably going to do it. I mean, the thing that makes me think that it might be this could be the case is the fact that they're still planning on Pokemon coming out, like the official real Pokemon game coming out this year. And Let's Go did really well, obviously, but they're probably looking at it and seeing, we could sell a lot more if we got them, if we got the Switch to like a lower price point that children are more comfortable having, basically, because a lot of younger kids that would have the DS at its much cheaper price probably don't have 3DSs yet, so they can release a smaller version at a cheaper price around the same time as Pokemon Gen 8 is coming out. It's Gen 8, right? Same time Pokemon's coming out, then that's probably the most likely scenario that would happen.
Definitely seems to be that way. Interesting.
Yeah, but again, I mean, them saying sometime this fiscal year is kind of like,
it could be any time.
We'll see.
Right. Yeah. So a lot of this is all all news that is unconfirmed, but
Right.
well, not all of it, but a lot of it.
Yeah, I mean whether or not that's gonna happen or not. Speaking of fiscal year things, so Mario Kart Tour, the mobile game, was supposed to come out. This is why I'm like, the whole fiscal year thing is them making like a promise that they're working on something, and it's like a stockholders promise. You're telling your stockholders, hey, this year you're going to make money because we're going to do this kind of thing. So they promised last year that Mario Kart Tour on mobile would be out by the end of March 2019, which is the end of that fiscal year. And they announced today, like this is an official announcement from Nintendo,
that it's getting delayed.
It's getting pushed to sometime during the summer. I mean, I guess kind of like with like the Metroid Prime delay, which I don't think we talked about last week. Nintendo's thing has for a while has been delay the game, don't release a broken game that we don't like. And especially after like the backlash to Super Mario Run when that first came out. I can see let's have all of our ducks in a row.
Yeah, having a little more caution instead of releasing it right away.
Right.
Have you heard anything about like Metroid, the Metroid Prime, like what fans are saying? Anything like that?
Their reactions to the delay?
Yeah.
I mean, so far it seems as if everybody is feeling like that sucks, but thanks for telling us, basically. Like the number one response I saw was just sort of shock at, oh my god, Nintendo is being so open about this, like that's not normally their style. So the fact that and then also people saying like, if you're going to make the game better, then we'll wait for it. I think that if Retro wasn't involved, Retro Studios, who have made the first 3 Prime games, if they were like, hey, we're going to hand this off to literally anybody else, Monolith is going to do the next game. Actually, that might have been interesting. But anyway, but if they're like, we're going to have somebody else do this game that's not Retro Studios, then people might have been like, oh, well, what the hell? Why don't you just have Retro work on this game? But the fact that they were like, we're bringing in Retro Studios to basically save this game, I think that's why fans are more on board with it,
Fair.
I mean, I've only played the first Metroid Prime, so I wouldn't really consider myself a huge fan of the series.
I didn't even know there was a third one.
Yeah, third one is on the Wii, only on the Wii.
Where's the second one?
First 2 were on GameCube.
I didn't know that one.
Third
I know the first one was.
And then they did a collection of all 3 of them on the GameCube. Which, I mean, there was a huge rumor going around before the Game Awards that they were going to announce a Metroid Prime trilogy collection at the Game Awards for Switch for sometime this year. And then later they'd follow it up with, a release date for Metroid Prime 4. The fact that they didn't do that and then followed up with this news that, hey, we're delaying Metroid Prime 4, I mean, maybe the delay is an explanation for why the collection hasn't been announced, because there's a lot of people saying that it exists, it's just a matter of like, when is it happening, so that could be what's sort of going on behind the scenes, and it's also probably the reason why we didn't get a Nintendo Direct this month. Normally, I think the last couple of years we've had a January Direct and we didn't have one this year, presumably because this big news that they had. The big news they had this month is basically bad news. So why would they want to tell you that?
Fair.
But obviously some changes going on at Nintendo. They also announced another mobile game, Dr. Mario World. The puzzle game Dr. Mario can be on mobile now. I think that's a good fit. I like as much as I thought that I was going to hate playing Tetris on my phone, I've actually gotten used to it. And it's like a fun challenge to sort of fight against the weird controls. So I'm okay
Hopefully the same thing with Dr. Mario.
Yeah, I'm okay with Dr. Mario World on mobile. That could be fun. So Nintendo, do your best. You got a lot. They just have a lot going on their development slate right now. I'm not at all surprised that like a couple things are getting pushed because there's just so much that they've promised people at this point,
Right.
So let's all just be grateful that Nintendo's back and they're doing well.
And that they're being open about it.
And they're being open about it. Yeah, for a company that in the past has been kind of secretive about their business.
Yes.
Okay, moving on.